Hello, Facebook and Instagram. How are y'all doing tonight? Welcome to Lead with Xaye. Today is episode 4. I'm so excited. Initially, before doing this workshop, it's a live workshop, real time, and I was like, I'm going to do 4 weeks just to see, my engagement and everything. So I'm really excited. The purpose of the Lead with Xaye workshop is pretty much just to, empower people to be themselves. So this is the 4th week, and the title for today is to empower yourself. So week 1 was create yourself. Week 2 was, let me make sure I get it right. Week 2 was embrace yourself. Week 3 was be yourself, and now week 4 is empower yourself. So again, the purpose of this is just because I have been talking to people lately, and sometimes we feel lost, or we just feel like things are out of our control. And so I wanted to do this workshop because over the past couple months, really, I've been learning to really lead and just step into my power, step into my light. And so I was like, I kind of want to share my journey with other people, in the hopes to empower them to be their best, most authentic version of themselves. So this is so weird because my iPad is like right up in my face, but then my phone is kind of like back, so I'm like, it's weird. Anyways, before we get started, I love to just take a moment of silence, because anytime I take a moment to do personal work for myself, I like to, tap into the source, make sure I am being resourceful and receiving what I'm meant to receive for the next part of my journey, but also, just transitioning from activity to activity throughout the day. I like to just take a moment and pause before moving forward, especially whenever you're doing kind of like personal work, at least for me. So before we jump into the actual workshop, let's just take a moment and set our intention for this workshop. Hi, Power. Thank you so much for this moment. Um, Thank you for always just loving on us and guiding us, even whenever we feel alone or can't feel like we can't be ourselves or can't fathom to do it for ourselves. It's a blessing to know that you're always here to guide us. Thank you so much for your unconditional love and your grace, and just helping us to give us the strength and the courage and the empowerment to just keep going and learning to become more of ourselves and embrace this journey and just connect and just be in this life. On this episode, it is called Embrace Yourself. So please give me the words that you want me to share with the people. And I hope that whoever needs to hear this message, they hear it right on time. But thank you for this moment and this opportunity. And let's give us the strength and the power and the confidence and the love to be and empower ourselves in those moments that we need it most. Ashe. All right. So, what's crazy is I feel like really like relaxed and calm right now. I feel so good. So normally I'll take a little bit longer, but for I feel really good right now, and I hope that you too. But I like to do this real time, because what I realize is, I know for me, even starting on my personal development journey, a lot of the times I just was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. So I like to do this real time to kind of give you like a foundation. You can skip through it, but if you do it from start to finish, you kind of have like a foundation to kind of build from, you know what I mean? So last week was be yourself. And for that one, it was kind of quick episode, but ultimately that's the key. The key to life is just to be. You know what I mean? It's not about trying. It's about just being. Like, for instance, and I used the example last week when the activity, like, for instance, if you want to be more confident, act as that version of yourself that is confident. Or if you feel like you're not naturally confident, think of somebody who you know you desire their level of confidence in your mind, and act as if they would act. Like, honestly, when I was talking about being yourself, it is more so, in the beginning it feels like so fake, and it feels like you're an imposter, and it feels like it's not real. But whatever traits, whatever you want, you have to be it and act it out, and then eventually it'll come natural to you. I wanted to follow up with empower yourself, because what I realized, again, going back to like doing affirmations, or trying to be more present and more mindful. A lot of times, hey, how y'all doing? And also, as you tune in, tell me hello in the comments so I can go back and tell you hello. If you are live, drop a 1, and if you're watching the replay, drop a 2. Going back to empowering yourself, a lot of times we're waiting for people to give us permission, or we're waiting on something that's outside of us to do or to be. Like, a lot of times we're waiting on like permission, and that was another reason why I kind of wanted to do this workshop, is because just realizing, like, nobody's gonna come save us, nobody's gonna come do those things for us. If we want anything in life, we have to do it. We have to do it for ourselves. And so if you want certain things in life, it's only fair that you give yourself permission, you give yourself the authority to go and, hey, how you doing, to go and to do it for yourself. You know what I mean? It's kind of like ultimately we are our own parents. Like, somebody I think her name is Mel Robbins, I heard her say that, and it was just like, wow, nobody ever like kind of told me that. So it's like this whole time, we're going like, oh, is this wrong, is this right? But after, I'll say, about 18, whenever you consider yourself an adult, you technically become your own parent. Like, you begin to parent yourself. So with that being said, you have to lead yourself, you have to give yourself permission, you have to grant yourself, like, you're your own fairy godmother / godfather. So it's like you have to do it for yourself. So if there's anything that you want or that you're doing in life, tell yourself, like, yes, you can do it. Give yourself permission to do those things, or that thing. Like, for instance, let me think of another example. So, and I'm gonna be honest, so like, me and my boyfriend, we like best friends. And one thing about, I always find myself, I always ask him, not always, but a lot of times I'll be asking him like rhetorical questions, but I'd be low-key wanting him to give me an answer, but it'd be something so simple that like I can answer on my own, or I can do for myself. Like, I'll be like, this is just an example, I'll be like, should I have this drink right now? It's 10 o'clock at night. Do I really need to go have this juice right now? That's just an example, but you know what I mean? It's like, bro, if you want the juice, you grown, go get the juice. Or like, no, you don't need to be having if you got boundaries for yourself, don't like play with those boundaries. I think we always talk about setting boundaries for people outside of ourselves. I think one of the most important things that we need to do is to honor and respect the boundaries that we set for ourselves. And that's why I think like the order of this workshop was so important, because in episode 1 we talked about creating yourself, talking about what do you want, like clarifying that for yourself. And then after you have that idea, week 2 was embracing yourself. So embracing yourself is kind of knowing where you are. So if you know you have a hard time leading yourself, or giving yourself permission, or being confident, or whatever, or following a diet, you have to set, hey, how you doing? You have to set boundaries for yourself. But then ultimately this week you have to empower yourself to honor those boundaries for yourself. But then also, like, give yourself permission. Like, give yourself permission to do what you said you was gonna do. Because at the end of the day, like, if you can't, I believe everything starts with us, like our own individual self. So everything starts with you, everything starts with me. Like, it starts from the inside. So empowering yourself, giving yourself permission is one of the big things. Like, for instance, if you are going after a goal and you want to earn more money, you have to give yourself permission to say, I can do this. I am worthy to earn more money. Don't be out here asking people whether you should start a business if you know in your heart you want to start a business. Or, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be healthier, you want your body to look a certain way, don't be out here asking your partner, should I lose weight, or how do I look? Like, if you want to look a certain way, go ahead and give yourself permission to do that thing. And one thing that's very, very, very important that I had to learn, I thought, because people say, if you want to be successful, all you do is got to make a decision. What I learned from, I have to enroll myself multiple times throughout the day. It's not like, you make a decision and you're set for the year. You have to continuously, especially in the beginning, you have to continuously authorize yourself. You have to continuously give yourself permission in order to become who you said you were going to become, or be who you said you were going to be. Like, so this one is so easy, but like, if you are on a health journey and you said, hey, I want to, I don't know, get more healthier for my health, you have to grant yourself permission to turn down the stuff you're not supposed to eat. You have to grant yourself the permission to get up and go to the gym when you said that you was going to go, even if it's raining outside, no matter what. Or have a plan B for yourself in working out. So ultimately, empowering yourself is being your own boss. Like, a lot of people say, I want to be my own boss, but I'm telling you, that is the hardest thing to do. Being an entrepreneur, I realized, like, being my own boss was like, who signed up for this? Like, it's not. People think that's easy. Leading yourself, for me, if you're not like a natural, I'm pretty disciplined, but if you're not, like, there's some people who, like, they just get it. But if you're not like a naturally disciplined person, if you deal with procrastination or self-sabotage, and you think, I just want to go and start a business and be my own boss. Like, okay, if you want to be your own boss, start with, like, the simple things. Like, okay, you need to make these phone calls because you're an adult and, this stuff is on your list. It needs to get done. Or, be your own boss to go to bed when you said you was going to go to bed on time. Be your own boss and, boss yourself around. I don't know how y'all talk to yourself. Of course, you always want to make sure you're talking to you. Hey, babe, you want to make sure you're talking to yourself nicely. But, you want to make sure you're talking to yourself nicely. But definitely make sure if you want to level up your life, be your own boss in leading yourself. You know what I mean? Like, boss yourself around. Like, for me, whenever I'm running, like today, y'all, we ain't even gonna talk about it. But when I'm working out, I have to, like, be like, Xaye, come on. Like, Xaye, keep pushing, keep going. I have to boss myself around in order to get going, because I naturally don't like to work out. You know what I mean? I don't like it, but I know I feel so much better when I do, and it's just good for you, right? So ultimately, when it comes to your goals, or creating the person that you want to be, you have to, in order to lead yourself, you the most important thing is you have to give your permission to level up, to be that next level of you. Grant yourself, you are your own godmother slash godfather. um Authorize yourself, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, I know in the and when we were in the military, they'd be like, "You are not authorized for this," and I'm like, "What the?" That's it's kind of harsh. Like, you telling me I'm not authorized for something, but you have to authorize in this life if you want to level up and be the best version of you, or to achieve. It can be something small, even if you want to go to school and finish your degree. You have to give yourself permission. Like, ain't nobody else gonna be showing up to those classes for you. Ain't nobody else gonna be, taking those tests, studying. So you have to level up and give yourself the authority. I mean, and honestly, like I said, sometimes we're mean to ourselves, but you just have to allow yourself to be something that is better for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you know in your heart, like, you are not living a fulfilled life, and it's because you're holding yourself back, allow yourself to be better and do better. Give yourself permission. Empower yourself. Level up. I feel like I'm hitting a dead horse, but that is the episode. That is this week. Make sure you go out and be your own boss. Like, lead yourself. Lead yourself. Lead yourself. Lead yourself. Lead yourself. Empower yourself. Give yourself permission. It's nobody else's business. You do not have to get answers from nobody on the outside. You do not have to get answers from nobody on the outside. All you do is have to dig deep and, answer yourself. And I answer, they say you crazy, but you have to answer yourself. Hey, do I want to do this? Give yourself permission. Yes or no. Don't feel forced to do stuff. Do it for yourself. Lead yourself. Be your own boss. Okay. I feel like this was kind of a short episode, but definitely, if you found this, if you like this live workshop form, definitely let me know, because I've done videos where I was kind of like, just talking, but I kind of want to do more interactive stuff. So if you found value in this video, definitely drop a 5 in the comments below. Like, what up? Drop a 5 in the comments, and definitely share with me what your biggest takeaway is from this past 4 weeks altogether. I'm really excited to hear your feedback, and I will see you on the next video.